So today we're over here at McAllister Park, and it's like an overcast, foggy, cloudy, windy, humid Thursday here in San Antonio. The goal today is to run 5 miles. Usually when I go run, I'm in like one of 3 stages, right? So either one, I'm really motivated and I want to go run and I'm looking forward to it, and I get out here and I, do my run, I have a good time and all of that. Then there's days where you just like totally don't feel like doing it at all. And some of those days end up being like your best runs. After you get done running, you're like super energized and you feel good, everything's loose. But I would say the third one, and where I'm at today, is I'm like in between. Like I do want to go run. The weather's kind of like, I'm getting some mist hitting me right now. And my back's a little bit sore from lifting yesterday afternoon. Anyway, let's get into the run. The goal, like I said, is to do 5 miles. I'm trying to get my Beats headphones to work here. Now I'm trying to loosen up. Yes, technology's great, but man, it can definitely complicate our lives. All right. All right, that's mile 1 down. About 14 minutes or so. Not very fast runner. We all know what 2020 has been like. Before all this stuff happened this year, I was pretty motivated. I was doing triathlons and training for them anyway, right? It was kind of in the off season when this all happened. I think my first scheduled race this year was late March, early April, and we all know what happened there. But once everything went into lockdown, man, like, got to think just kind of, like a lot of people lost all motivation to train. So it's part of this whole thing right now is trying to find that motivation again. It's not easy. Just finishing up the 2nd mile. I actually finished it up a bit ago, but I had a phone call I had to take. A lot of people's fitness has declined and motivations have declined, and but I'm starting to see, or I was seeing, more and more people coming out, so that's a good sign. People are starting to feel better, get more energetic, and just dealing with this stuff, right? But I'm out here on the boardwalk and I see a lot of people going the way that wreck happened in that other video I did, and I see people coming from there, so maybe they fixed it. There was no signs saying that it was closed, so I guess we'll find out. All right, let's get this mile in. That's a long break. Yeah, it's fixed. It was quick. That was what? Less than 2 weeks ago. Went a little bit past the halfway point to turn around. It's all right. Like I said, sometimes you're feeling good and it energizes you. Other times you feel bad and it energizes you. Sometimes you feel good and it drains you. I felt pretty bad all week. Sinuses, man. I think it's like the ragweed and mold or something's pretty high right now. I don't know. It's been pretty nasty. But I can deal with sneezing and runny nose and watery eyes and scratchy throats, right? But sinus headaches are a different matter. Just about to finish up 3 miles, and I'm not going to take a break on this one because I had to take a little bit of a longer break to take that phone call. So most of this running stuff is all mental warfare. right? It's so much of it is mental. You know, there's obviously a physical element to it, but I would say it's just as much mental, if not more so. And one of those things is you got to get out of your own head about it and get out here and do it. What are you doing? Can't run. Your back hurts. Your feet hurt. Your allergies. Stop running. Stop. Stop. You could do it. It's only 5 miles. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other and you will be traveling in space and time and you will cover the distance. Don't listen to that dude. Yeah, you gotta win that battle though, man. Because you can just as easily like psych yourself up to go run or psych yourself out of it. It's too cold, ankle hurts, foot hurts, back hurts. You know, had tacos last night, pizza, beer, hungover, whatever, right? But you can also psych yourself into it. You know, it goes back to that, you know, what would my future self think? You know, your future self's probably gonna be very thankful that you went and ran, right? Even if your current self right now doesn't want to. So, all right. 5 miles, almost there. We're gonna make it. All right, let's finish it up. And I got a couple of tips because I guess lately my thing has been putting like actual tips into these videos. And one of them is going to be if you're overweight and you're running, don't be afraid to do the walk run. You know, even pro marathon runners and pro triathletes do walk runs, right? And especially if you're just starting out, like you shouldn't be focused on distance anyway. You should be focusing on time. And there's nothing wrong with doing a 30-second run, 2-minute walk, whatever. You can look up different programs out there on that. The other thing is, I know it's been popular lately, is a lot of these people do like pre-workout or whatever, and that stuff will jack your heart rate up. And when you're running, your, you know, goal should be to try to keep your heart rate kind of low anyway. And you're drinking these, you know, Red Bulls before you run, or these freaking pre-workouts, man, it's gonna jack your heart rate all up. So try not to over caffeinate before you run. You know, get some in you, obviously it's gonna help with your endurance, but just be mindful of what that's gonna do to your heart rate. Another thing, don't say you're too busy, right? Because like on that run, I took a phone call from work, and then I had an entire text conversation with somebody. I recorded this vlog, and I was like trying to come up with like scenes on the fly and shooting and sequences. So I mean, you could do it. And that's one of the best things about running, is like it's kind of like walking. It supercharges like your brain, or it turns it off, right? It's almost like self-medicating. It gives you what you need before you know you need it. So if you need to think clearer, you know, running can do that. If you need to turn your brain off a little bit, running can do that too. So I just wanted to touch on that. Yeah, that's it for today, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks for all the support I've been getting. Take care. Peace.